Welcome back to Moby's Kitchen, and today we're going to show you how to make some delicious homemade French fries using our convection oven. Now, if you have an air fryer, this works perfect as well. Convection oven and an air fryer work really similar by circulating air around the actual item that you're cooking. So we're going to use our convection oven because we can fit a lot more in there. And let's get to the ingredients. This one's really simple, guys. We've got, obviously, some russet potatoes. Try to find some that kind of are like longer in shape, the longer ones. We've got some olive oil, and we've got my favorite Kinder salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. Let's get this all set up, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, so our first step is we're gonna peel the potatoes. Now, if you wanna keep skin on yours, you can do that. Just skip this step, clean the potatoes really well. I'm gonna peel them. I want them kind of like that fast food style because we're gonna be making these with some burgers today, which that recipe is gonna be up as well very soon. So I'll put a link to the burger recipe down there. We'll put the fries up first. So I want these kind of in that sort of that McDonald's in and out vibe of fries. You can leave a little bit of skin behind, it's not gonna hurt. So just simply peel your potatoes first, and then we'll be right back with you. Simple as that. Okay, once all your potatoes are peeled, we're gonna slice them up. Now, if you have a mandolin, that works really, really well. I have a mandolin, but it doesn't get quite as thick as I want it. So I'm gonna just do this by hand. Mandolin would be very handy here to have. So we're gonna start by cutting our potato in half long ways here. And as you can see, that's gonna be too big of a slice there. So what we're gonna do is carefully take our hand and kind of grip the potato on the back. We wanna cut these maybe about 1/4 inch thick. So we're gonna cut this section off first, then another one. And then the hardest one's gonna be this smaller piece here. Just go nice and slow, have a nice sharp knife. And there you go. So you can see that's about the thickness you're looking for. And then what we're gonna do from here is just cut these into strips. About the same thickness, about 1/4 inch here. And there you go. You can see, let's grab one from the middle. There's a perfect French fry right there, nice and long. That's why I like the longer russet potatoes, if you can do that. Now you're gonna continue that process and cut up all your potatoes that way. And then we'll, as you're cutting them, let me show you this before we move on here. We've got a bowl of cold water here. We're gonna put these in here, and you're gonna wanna soak these in the water for about 30, 45 minutes, changing the water a few times until all that starch is out there. And then after that, we'll show you when we get to that point. Okay, so it's time to drain our water out of our French fries. We've changed it about 4 or 5 times by just pouring it out and refilling it with cold water. It's coming out pretty clear now. There's not a lot of starch left at all. So we're just gonna rinse or pour this water out into the sink. Just kind of hold all your fries in place. You could use a colander to do this if you prefer. All right. Then what I've done here is I've laid out 2 rows of paper towels because we wanna make sure that these are nice and dry before we start cooking them because the moisture will prevent them from getting crispy. So we're just gonna grab handfuls of them, just kind of lay them out on the paper towels. And I'll keep doing that and I'll show you what it looks like when they're all laid out. Okay, we've got all of our French fries laid out on our paper towels. As you can see, there's still moisture on them. I'm gonna just kind of go through and try to keep these in a thin layer. If there's a little bit of overlapping, it's fine because we're gonna let them sit here and get nice and dry for the next probably 20 to 30 minutes before we actually cook them. So initially I'm gonna kind of dab the tops off here because the bottoms are soaking into those paper towels on the countertop there. So we're gonna kind of initially get a little bit of that moisture. Look how much moisture comes off just from that. And just keep doing this till you get kind of a dry look on top and then leave them alone. And more moisture will continue to come out as they sit, and we'll do this process again before we actually get them oiled up and seasoned. Okay, so it's time to get our fries kind of oiled and seasoned to go in the oven. This is a good time to get your oven preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit on the convection setting. If you don't have convection, you could do 450 and regular bake, but the convection is the key here. The air moving over the French fries is what kind of gives it that air fryer effect. If you have an air fryer, you could do that in the air fryer as well, but we've got a lot of fries, the oven's a lot bigger. So let's take about half of these. We're gonna lay them out. You don't wanna overlap too much with this. So what we're gonna do is get these on the tray. We've got some parchment paper on a baking sheet. That's probably about good right there for one tray. We don't want to get them, they won't get crispy if they're overlapped too much. So that's probably about what you want to do there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our olive oil. We're going to put maybe a tablespoon and a half here. And then we're going to take our Kinder salt, pepper, garlic. A little bit of that on there now. We can finish it too with some more of this. This will help it stick while it cooks. Maybe about, I don't know, tablespoon and a half. And then we're gonna mix this all up and get it laid out on the pan, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so our French fries are all tossed in the oil and the salt and the pepper and the garlic mix. We're gonna get these in the convection oven on 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're gonna put these in probably for about 30 to 45 minutes until they get like kind of that golden brown vibe to them. I like them a little crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. But we're gonna check them maybe halfway through, maybe stir them up. I'm gonna be putting 2 trays in, so maybe I'll switch the racks and turn them around and just kind of get some different heat on there. So let's get this first one in, and then we'll put the second one in right behind it. I've got my racks kind of lower middle here, and then the rack above is the middle rack. And we'll get those going, and we'll check up on them in about 15-20 minutes. All right, folks, it's time to check our fries. It's been about 15 minutes here in the convection oven. We're gonna open it up, and they're looking good. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna take this out for a minute. And I'm going to take the one on the bottom and turn it 180 degrees. We're gonna move that one to the top. We're gonna turn this one 180 degrees and put this on the bottom. Continue probably for another 15 minutes. Give it a check here. Okay, another 15 minutes have gone by with our French fries here. Let's check them. We're at the 30-minute mark now. They're starting to get that look that we want here. So let's take these out and set them up here on the stove for a minute. All right, so we've got like some crispy ones on the edge. The middle's like a little less cooked. Let's give it like a quick stir up here. And we'll kind of shift them around. Be very careful. We don't want to break them in half. The longness of the fries is what makes them good. Be very careful. This parchment paper just wants to move. Okay. So let me get these stirred up and spread out on the sheet here. I need my other hand to do it, so. Okay, so what we did is we took the very crunchy ones from the outside out, as you can see, and put them on a plate there. We're gonna finish these off probably another 5 to 10 minutes for the rest of them. The ones in the middle just weren't quite as done. So we wanna make sure they're all done. We're gonna put them back in. All right. Probably another 5 to 10 minutes and we'll be back with you. All right, folks, it's taste test time. We're gonna try these fries. We made burgers too, like In-N-Out style burgers. This is my sister, Heather. Hi. This is my nephew, Wes. Of course, you've met Peyton before, my daughter. Yeah. This is my other nephew, Nolan, and the wonderful Derek over here, my brother-in-law.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So they're all gonna try the French fries here in this one, so take a bite, guys, go for it. So eat a handful of them, however you wanna eat them.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that In-N-Out burger sauce is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think, Heather?
These
Good?
are like out of this world good. I like the thinness.
You like the thinness?
Yes. Perfectly
Wes, what do you
salted.
think?
They taste kind of sour.
Sour? Okay.
They're really
All right.
good.
They're good? You like them, Noel? Mind blown.
Crunchy.
Derek's
Very
loving
good.
it with the burger sauce. We get a
yeah.
little extra burger sauce
Perfect.
on there. Hey guys, I'm standing outside. We just finished eating our French fries and our burgers. And I asked my nephew Wes what he meant when he said that the fries were sour. Because I was like, that's a weird word. And he said, I meant to say salty. So he meant salty. And he actually had I think he had 3 helpings of them. So he really liked them. Just wanted to clarify that, what he meant by sour. All right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by Moby's Kitchen. Like, subscribe. tell us if you like doing all the fun family taste testings and the friend taste testings. I know last time you liked it, so we'll do some more.
So
And
good.
make this at home. It's really easy. Make these fries at home.